Okay, this is a follow-up to a video I did this morning. I've been reading different websites and stuff and looking at the different stories on the Baltimore police officer that screamed at the 14-year-old kid and threw him on the ground. And I'm going to put a couple links in. There's a link to a story where his mom was on the news with him. And it's kind of weird because you don't hear the newscaster, you just see mom. But at least you get her opinion on it. And then you see a Yahoo blog site that I'm going to put up where people give their opinions. You should read some of those opinions if this even interests you. It interested me. I don't know, it's just kind of weird, like looking at a car crash. I just couldn't stop reading. And some of the comments on the Yahoo blog, I'll tell you, there's some odd ducks out there on the pond. But, you know, the most current news I have right now is that he is suspended with pay pending an internal investigation. That's been a few months. If anybody, especially in the Baltimore area, that has any more current information on this police officer, could you comment it? Give us some information. What's going on? This is a very interesting story. And you may say, well, who cares? But let me tell you why. Who cares? Because this stuff's happening all over the U.S. I mean, you got a guy in Utah that gets tasered with his girlfriend or wife and baby in the car. You got a guy who got tasered on Thanksgiving in Texas, you know, with his mom in the car holding the Thanksgiving meal in her lap. And then you got the guy in Canada who got tasered and subsequently died. So this is out of control, and it's not all police. There's some really, really good police officers out there. So I'm going to give you two stories here, and I want to see which one you agree with. Well, it's the same story, but you'll get what I'm saying. I'm going to give you two, let's say the statue of justice, or what do they call it, the scales of justice. See what you agree with. Number one, it was the kid's fault. Yeah, they agitated the police officer. They even say in the story that, they like to go up and skateboard and get police officers yelling at them and then film it. They said that in one of the stories. They like to film police officers yelling at them. So they agitated this police officer. They set him up for the kill and then flipped the camera on. Yeah, they went up there. So, you know, that's what somebody said on the Yahoo blog. Well, we don't know what happened before or after the camera was on. You know, when the camera was off, we don't know what happened. So they shouldn't have did that. They probably set this guy up, got him screaming, and then flipped the camera on, so it's their fault. That's scale number one. Scale number two. Well, it was the officer's fault because these kids agitated him, got him all riled up, got him ready for the kill, flipped the camera on. Bottom line is, it's just a theory. We don't know what happened when the camera was off. But just a theory based on what these kids are saying, that they like to get officers to yell at them. And they did say they would leave when told to leave the skate park, but they thought it was cool to go out and get these officers yelling at them. It says that in one of the stories. But let's say that they did do that they did get this guy riled up and ready for the kill. So what do you think? Do you think it was the kid's fault, that they shouldn't have got him agitated just to film it? Or do you think the police officer's fault, that it don't matter how agitated they got him, he still should have either used restraint or called for backup and had another police officer come out and both of them get the kids out of there? All they were doing was skateboarding. They were skateboarding. They weren't trying to break into a store, you know, and if they didn't want to leave, let's say they didn't want to leave and they were trying to get him agitated, they were trying to get him mad because that's what they like to do. It's kind of fun, right, to see the police officers yell at us. He should have called for backup. Said, yeah, I need another officer out here. I got, you know, what was it, at least three kids, because there was two there and one filming. But he should have said, you know what, I got these three kids out here, maybe four. I think there was four. And they won't leave the harbor. They're out here skateboarding. They're not listening to me. Can I get another officer out here, just in case we have to do an arrest for, you know, loitering? You know, because if they're not going to leave and they're going to continue to break the law, obviously they had to either be cited or arrested. I mean, that's understandable. But Was he right in losing it, grabbing the kid and throwing him on the ground, kicking the guy's remote radio control car? Was he right in doing that? You know? Because I thought when it comes to anger management and losing your temper, you know, citizens are here. Yeah, citizens get mad and scream at people and flip people off on the freeway. But I thought the police officer standards were supposed to be here. In other words, if somebody's allowed to scream at you in public, I thought police officer standards were here. Huh. I guess not. I guess that they're equal. What do you all think?